Fight Night, only on DAZN.
Hello and welcome to Windsor Park here in Belfast for a historic night of Irish boxing as Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan battle it out in the first All-Irish World Title fight. That just 6 months after their first fight ended in controversy and plenty of bad blood. Crocker, Donovan later, but before then 5 good fights here on prelim with plenty of local talent on display, as well as top prospect Aaron Bowen and the Irish Super Bantamweight title fight between Ruadhan, Farrell and Matthew Borland. And there it is, Windsor Park Stadium, the home with what is going to be a fantastic night of boxing. As I say, that rematch, the intriguing rematch between Paddy Donovan and Lewis Crocker. Lots of bad blood, lots of rivalry between the two. Hello, here we are. What a lineup it is. Barry Jones as always joins me, and a guy that I'm sure is going to have a keen eye on the main event, Conor Walker, British and Commonwealth welterweight champion. How are you, Conor?
And now entering the arena for the very first time.
Let's touch on the main event quickly. The first fight, obviously, lots of controversy, but it was looking as if it was going to be a Paddy Donovan fight. How do you see this one playing out?
Same way, in all honesty. Yeah, I think that Paddy Donovan's got his number. I think the writing's on the wall, in all honesty. I don't see how Crocker can do anything different, but look, I hope that Crocker does, because it sets up more for me. But look, I'm interested and I'm looking forward to a good fight.
Barry, what does Lewis Crocker have to do differently this time around?
What he has to do is what can possibly get him in trouble, and that's be more aggressive. I mean, he's got to be proactive. Even though Donovan can box really well on the back foot, we've seen that he's a brilliant boxer, you still rather him be reactive than proactive. So that means he does sit on the ropes. Well, get in there and then use that physical strength and power you have and be involved in the fight, rather than sometimes waiting to take a shot to give a shot. Didn't quite work in the first fight. And also with that, you can get lower, stay safer, and then you're not each tagging the hit for Donovan then to pick his shots. When he was bossing it with the front foot, Donovan, he was able to pick his spots much more easier, giving too much time to set his feet, and now with the quality work.
Is this a long fight in your opinion?
Oh, I think it goes past the halfway stage, but I'm sort of the same as you. I just think it's going to go the same way. I just think Donovan now, he knows what he's up against. Once you've felt that physical strength, I think you know what you're going to do.
Well, that is tonight's main event. It's a cracker, but we're ready for our first night on prelims, so let's hand over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening and welcome to Windsor Park here in Belfast, Northern Ireland. We are live on DAZN for a big night of World Championship Professional Boxing. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Drip, Riyadh Season, Tom Insurance, That Prize Guy, and Everlast. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is John Williamson, MBE. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring referee Dominic Conlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black with red. He scaled 11 stone, 9 pounds. This 21-fight veteran hails from Miguel, Poland. Please welcome Lukasz Barabasz. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears blue with silver trim. He scaled 11 stone, 5 pounds, 3 ounces. Tonight, he makes his much-anticipated professional debut, fighting out of Limerick, Ireland, Jim Donovan. Gentlemen, I spoke to you both in the children's room, so I'd like to remind you both, you obey my commands at all times, you defend yourself at all times. Understood? Understood? Touch them up. Let's go to work.
Here we go, first fight of the night here at Windsor Park. 4 rounds in the middleweight division. The contest between Lukasz, Barabasz, and cousin of Paddy Donovan, Jim Donovan, decorated amateur. As you can see, southpaw under the watchful eye of Andy Lee. And as they say, Barry, success breeds success.
It does, you know, because when you're around quality fighters, you learn not so much technical stuff, how they train, how they keep themselves put in. And I think, you know, that'll only elevate your career very, very quickly. But again, in your debut, it's all about staying calm, believing in your ability, not rushing your work, and certainly, you know, not making any silly mistakes.
Looks as if Connor, he's got solid fundamentals, good footwork, nice jab. Looks confident, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, he's got all the attributes there, and he's obviously got a great team, and being Paddy Donovan's cousin.
Oh, he's hurt. Barabasz as well, some good work to the body. Finish upstairs with a hook. Really good, sharp start.
There's a lovely right hook. Sorry, there's a lovely right hook to the body there from Donovan. Within that combination, I think the Barabasz just felt that. Just dipped his legs a little bit.
Looks a decent size middleweight. You heard Diamante say 11 stone 9 on the scales. 2022 World Youth Bronze medalist. 2022 European Youth Quarter finalist and the 2022 Irish Youth Champion. So the pedigree's there. And you can see he looks sharp, he looks focused, boxing nicely, not making any mistakes. Look at the concentration, Connor, on the eyes of young Donovan.
Yeah, I think he's approaching it really well. I think he's warming into it. He's not coming out steaming. Yeah, he's got a lovely jab. I think, yeah, he's definitely got all the attributes.
The feet are good. You watch the little steps when Barabasz tries to advance a little bit, just with nice and calm, and he just takes little steps back there, Donovan, just to, you know, so Barabasz can't really commit to an attack, and if he does, he's got the balance, the good balance there, just to make him pay for the mistakes.
Yeah, intelligent boxing. See Joe Parker ringside. Big fight against Fabio Wardley to look forward to live on DAZN next month. Eddie Hearn watching on. Nice movement there from Donovan, just getting back to the centre of the ring. Nice right hook, taking on the gloves from Barabasz, but you can see the reddening already.
But it was the setup. He's faked with that straight left hand from down the side there. He half threw it and just to throw that right hook over the top. So as you said there, Connor, he's thinking, isn't he, all the time?
He just feels like he's always got something locked and ready for him to walk onto. Yeah, there's a few body shots going in from the other guy, and I think he just needs to cover the body up a little bit more.
He felt that one, Barabasz. It was a nice right hook upstairs. He led with the shot. Donovan boxing nicely, lovely opening round. Good boxing here at Windsor Park. Already a few spectators taking their seats early on. It's going to be a busy, busy night of boxing, action-packed. A good opening round for Donovan.
Yeah, lovely start there. It's a pro career there from Jim Donovan. It's nice and relaxed, focused with his work, picking his shots really, really well. Just in a nice straight left hand on the middle there. But even feinting as well with the feet, little steps back to make Barabasz fall a little bit short. Nice confident start for the young man.
Yeah, Andy Lee giving young Donovan instructions. What a man to have in your corner.
Round 2.
Off we go. Second round here at Windsor Park. Great opener for young Jim Donovan, as I've already said in that opening round. Cousin of one half of tonight's main event, Paddy Donovan.
That's better than from Barabasz. I just like to see him when he did dip his legs, throw that, rather than throw the straight right, bowl that right hand over. Just give Donovan something to think about.
Oh, he looked like he felt that one. It was a nice right hook upstairs again at Barabasz. The knees buckle ever so slightly, didn't they, Connor?
They did. I just can't stop watching the Barabasz's body shots. They are going in. I just need to be careful, Donovan there. There's some sneaky shots going in.
Yeah, little right uppercut, slides through the middle of the guard of Donovan. It's that right hook, that lead right hook that seems to be doing the damage for the youngster. Intelligent there again, Barry. When you're looking at these debutants, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, control. I mean, composure, all those things like that. You know, skill is and everyone's got skill. We've all been good amateurs. You know, most people turn pro with a bit of ambition, but it's about just keeping your composure, because you can easily lose your head or get overexcited. That exuberance of youth want to show everyone what you can do. But if you can show calmness and composure, certainly early in your career, that bodes so well for when you're in tougher fights. You don't panic under pressure and so on and so forth.
Picking a lovely left uppercut there, and look at the record here. Although he's lost 17 times, Barabasz, only been stopped 2, and it seems to me as if the youngster Jim Donovan's caught him a couple of times and hurt.
Yeah, he can't miss with that right hook, and I think he's very composed, and I think he's taken a good stand to his pro debut.
He took that left hand in there, Donovan.
Yeah, he really did. Planted the feet, didn't he? Really turned the hips into the shot.
I mean, it's just getting that balance for him now. You know, he's winning. What he's doing now is enough to win the fight. I mean, Barabasz has to up the pace. I'm not sure whether he has a second gear. You know, he's good at what he does when he can get close. But it's about Donovan just getting that right mix now. It's just holding your feet a bit to get a bit more purchase on the punches, but still keeping in mind what's coming back and not taking any silly shots back.
Don't think the ref, he really pushed off with his shoulder there, Barabasz. But again, keeping it at range here. Donovan boxing nicely. Does lead with the head, Barabasz. He's got to be careful. Donovan, the last thing you want to be getting in debut as a carpet. Yeah, he landed a nice left hook upstairs, Barabasz as well. A little reminder to Donovan, stay switched on, but back comes the youngster.
But again, Barabasz, when he lands with the body, just throw the next shot, got to be over the top, haven't they? Bowl it over. You're nice and low already. All Donovan's focus is around the midriff, so the head will be exposed a bit. Just make the young man panic if you can.
Yeah, trying to work the body again, Barabasz, but that little step out of range, back on the jab from Donovan. Another good round.
Another good round there. Have to take a few shots there, Donovan. That's not a bad thing, just to see how he reacts when he gets caught. But for most part, controlling the pace, controlling the range, and yeah, some of the shots he throws as he's moving back are quite impressive. He whips through the middle, that right hook over the top, so a weapon that's working for him most of the time. And there's that, as you were talking about, Connor, that lovely body shot.
Yeah, it was a lovely body shot.
Tell me if I'm wrong, Connor, but if Barry was to grow a big goatee like that,
Corners, 10 seconds.
Yeah, he's like Barry's older brother.
But that's called discrimination. And I'll tell you what now.
Second set, round 3.
Second half of the fight, third round. Jim Donovan, Lukasz, Barabasz. It's been a good opening couple of rounds from the youngster Donovan. Box intelligent, hasn't he, Barry, behind the jab and pick the shots well. Well, I thought that was a slip. I didn't see a shot land. Barabasz not happy with that. There's been a bit of rain here in Belfast. The ring has been covered, but I have to see the replays with that one.
And they've had a bit of fire here in Barabasz. Again, if he had quicker feet, he'd be a bit more of a problem, wouldn't he?
Oh, that's the shot you feel for Donovan, the uppercut. He really lets the shots go, doesn't he, Barabasz? But he's really leaning over that front foot, as you'd already pointed out, Connor. He's working the body well.
Yes, he is. He's getting them sneaky body shots off. I can't help but notice that the shot that Donovan throws well. It's like a half uppercut and a hook. It just finds that little gap just round the cheek.
Yeah, again, just being able to pick the shots and just see the gap and throw the correct shot at the right time is certainly early in your career is a really good trait to have.
Oh, left hook from Barabasz there. Just stood up a little tall there, Donovan.
But you know what? I think he does that in general, especially when Barabasz gets close. He gets tall, and again, that's not bad, because when after this fight they can go back and look at things what they did wrong, little improvements you can make.
And you find that, didn't you, Barry, with a lot of top-class amateurs? turning pro. That's one of the habits that you tend to see. Bad habits, if you like.
Well, it's because you're flicking and spinning. That's why, in amateurs, because you're all about scoring points, isn't it? So you go to spin, you quite often lift your chin high and sort of spin away from the target as an amateur.
You always seem to be lighter on your feet and less planted, but you soon realise in the pros that you can put a bit more weight down on your feet and start digging them in a bit more.
If only I realised that.
Keep it nice and long moving. Donovan is trying to land those body shots and hooks upstairs. Barabasz just second best when it comes to speed. You see there, just missing with that left. Says he has a brain like Google, Donovan, when it comes to boxing. Can figure out all the solutions, has all the answers.
I think this is a great debut. He's asking questions. You know, he's not just a blowover. I think it's a great debut.
Yeah, I think it's the right. It's a fight who's never going to beat you if you're as good as people say you are. But like you said, Connor, somebody's going to make you work. Just maybe just not really test his engine, but not let him have things all his own way. Fire him back. It's good.
Yeah, good movement again there. Credit to Barabasz. He's on the front foot. He's trying to put a dent in the youngster. Just struggling to land at the minute.
I think he could use the jab a bit more just to hide the shots that he could throw around the side. I think the jab, if he could just touch it out and change the speed of it, I think it will help a lot.
Just missing with an uppercut at the end of that third round. One to go here at Windsor Park. Cannot wait for tonight's main event, Barry.
That was almost a Donovan thrown after the bell.
Yeah, here we see the highlights of that third round.
You know what,
good stuff. Sorry, Barry.
Yeah, good stuff. Look, like I say, he's not having it all his own way. He's getting questions thrown at him. So look, I'm enjoying it. It's a good debut. Like I said, I'd like to see him pick out the jab a bit more, but other than that, he's doing really well.
What will Andy Lee be saying to Jim Donovan in the corner there?
Well, I think a little bit what Connor said about can use the jab more. And just before he said that, I was thinking Donovan can be a little bit more proactive now. I think he can lead the charge a little bit more here. He isn't going to be like too aggressive, but he can start the exchanges. He's sort of waiting now for Barabasz to make a mistake and counter off that. But I think he can force the mistakes out by throwing that jab early, as Connor was saying, and just tempting him to throw a punch and then throwing the combination.
Just draw him into that little bit of a gap.
Yeah, by being active with your hands, yeah.
Well, here we go. Fourth round in the middleweight division between Lukasz Barabasz, Jim Donovan, and it's been a good opening 3 rounds from the youngster in his debut. Oh, right hand though from Barabasz again, just coming a little tall there.
He's coming on
Donovan.
strong now.
Well, he needs a massive round, doesn't he?
They caught that uppercut again there.
That's that shot that I was talking about.
And again, that's not. He's took the shots well, and he's reacted in the right way. He's fired back without being too wild. Kept his shape.
Yeah, looking to hold his feet a little bit here, Donovan.
Got to sit down a little bit though, hasn't he?
Yeah, nice. Right uppercut, slipped through the middle of that guard of Donovan's.
Donovan wants to show us he has a bit of strength here, doesn't he? He's chosen to do this, to hold his feet and have a little bit of a tear up.
Yeah, nice left hand from Donovan. Moves back to the centre of the ring, but it's Barabasz again looking for that uppercut. He's landed a couple of those throughout this contest.
Lovely.
Yeah, the step after Barry.
Yeah. See that little step, it's not hard to do, but it's so effective because you can land with a shot, you're in a safe place and you can throw again. I mean, it covers all the boxes.
Yeah, he just seems to be working around the opponent now, doesn't he? Yeah. Instead of moving.
Yeah, on the front foot, looking to land those big shots, head and body. Donovan, a couple of big, deep breaths from Barabasz. Clumsy with that right hand. He was lucky that Donovan just missed with the counter left hand coming back.
What you got to do with Barabasz, you got to throw. I'd leave with his left hand, which is his backhand. I threw 2 straight shots, and then that shot there, the uppercut after that. You want to force him to dip his head low, so he walks onto that shot for you.
Minutes ago in this final round in the middleweight division, another good left hand on the back foot. Lovely, yes, Connor. Right hook from Donovan. It was a peach of a shot.
Now you showed the speed. Now you rally with the shots. Little nick there on the left eye, the corner left eye there to Donovan.
Yeah, there is right in that corner, as you said, the left eye. Good footwork again from Donovan.
I like this round, actually. He's taken a few shots, but he's chosen this, hasn't he?
Yeah, showing us something else, showing us that bit of grit
A bit of metal about him, yeah.
Credit to Barabasz as well. He's looking to land these heavy shots, and he has landed a couple throughout this final round, but it's been some good boxing. As you say, Barry's shown us a bit of something else, Donovan.
And a bit of grit, a bit, well, as we call now, in the modern era, a bit of Conor Walker.
Good footwork again from Donovan. 10 seconds to go in this final round, and it's been a good debut, as we've all pointed out, from the youngster. Barabasz finishing strong, but it's a good outing, a good way to get your pro career underway here at Windsor Park, in which is going to be an incredible night of boxing. He'll be happy with that, won't he, Connor?
Yeah, listen, he's answered questions. He didn't have it all his own way, but you know, he looked good. And yeah, what? I'll clap for left hook, right hook, should I say?
You like that one, didn't you?
And that's what he said. That's why I was saying he should start unloading with the punches. Now I think he could have shown a little bit of flash there, just rallying a combination. I agree with Connor and you, Darren. I thought it was a really good display. He showed his boxing skills for the first 3 rounds. The last round there, chose to hose his feet a little bit. Got caught with a few shots, but he knew what was coming. He felt the weight, and he was happy to show he had a little bit about him. And I think that's not a bad thing to see.
Well, cousin Paddy believes that Jim can have a very successful career in this sport. So we look forward to seeing Jim Donovan out again with all these youngsters that turn pro. Activity so important, your timing, your distance, etc. But what a great debut for the young man. I'm sure we'll see Lukasz Barabasz back out again. Over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds here at Windsor Park, Miguel scores this contest 39-36. For your winner, he's now undefeated as a professional, Jim the One Donovan.
Yep, Jim Donovan moves to 1-0 as a professional, and it was a really good debut. Lots of very positive takeaways there. The family of the youngster, all smiles, and he can get ready now and watch his cousin later this evening. So much to look forward to here tonight, live on DAZN from 7 p.m. There's Andy Lee, the rest of the crew.
Yeah, he's got a solid team there, and he's got...
There is Windsor Park going to be packed tonight. Some atmosphere for sure. And here's what we have later on this evening. The debut, the boxing debut from Molly McCann against Kate Radomska. The crusher, Pat Brown against, I must say, great shape, Austin Namandi. Tyrone McKenna, Dylan Moran. It's a rematch in the welterweight contest. That one was the Waterford Hagler Hearns. Don't blink for that one. And then the WBA Continental, Super Welterweight Championship, Ishmael Davis, Kevin Ajarko. Then it's the big one for the IBF World Welterweight Championship. Lewis Crocker, Paddy Donovan, the rematch. Well, we are ready for bout number 2, and it's another debutant up next, Kyle Smith. So let's hand back over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, the action continues with a 4-round super welterweight contest. Making his way to the ring at this time, Connor, the Pitbull Meanwell.
And here is Connor, the Pitbull Meanwell, 30-year-old from Nottingham. 29 defeats, 1 draw, just the 2 wins. But he knows how to survive, he knows how to look after himself. He has fought 18 unbeaten fighters. So obviously when you look at the record, he's been match tough. Stopped just the 6 times from the 29 defeats. So yeah, I'll say it again, he knows how to look after himself, does Connor Meanwell.
And now entering the arena, please welcome Kyle Smith.
is the youngster, Kyle Smith, 19 years old, from Glengormley, Northern Ireland. Says this is an absolute dream to be making his debut on this card. Says he's always wanted to be a pro, he's always watched it. Managed by Mark Dunlop. And his dream one day, he's told us, is to one day win a world title at Windsor Park. And he's enjoying this one. Young Kyle Smith, the 2025 Ulster champion, alongside other junior and national titles. Boxing out the Holy Trinity Club. Looking to put on a good, solid display this evening in his debut. The young Kyle Smith.
We're set to go from Windsor Park here in Northern Ireland with our next contest. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Drip, Riyadh Season, That Prize Guy, Tom Insurance, and Everlast. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, referee Dominic Conlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears solid black trunks. He's scaled 11 stone, 3 pounds. He's a 31-fight veteran fighting out of Newark, Nottinghamshire. Please welcome Connor, the Pitbull Meanwell. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white and silver with black piping. He's scaled 11 stone, 1 pound, 5 ounces. Tonight, he makes his much anticipated professional debut fighting out of Glengormley, Kyle Smith.
Gentlemen, I spoke to you both in the change rooms. I'd like to remind you both to obey my commands at all times. You defend yourself at all times. Understood? Understood? Touch them up. Let's go to work.
4 rounds in the super welterweight division. And it's another debutant, this time Kyle Smith, 19, from Glengormley, Northern Ireland.
Seconds out. Round 1.
Yeah, and he's in with the tough Conor Meanwell. And Barry, it's so good to see so much young local talent on the bill.
No, it really is, yeah, and this is their chance, you know, they're just to show what they're made of, you know, the potential that they might have, and also this is start building ever so slowly that fan base of not just on TV, but no tickets on bums on seats, selling tickets, and that slow process of, as we all know, building up a following.
Well, you can see already, Connor, sharp hands, quick feet, looks a talent.
Very sharp. He's got a nice wide stance. He looks good jab, and like you say, having your debut in, you know, what's this arena called again?
Windsor Park.
Windsor Park. I was saying it Ulster Hall then, but no, listen, he's.
They're all the same to you, aren't they, Connor?
Yeah, that's it.
There's another boxing venue.
This is it, mate. But my debut was at Walsall Town Hall, and it would have been a dream to have it somewhere like this.
Which is a great venue, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. It's an amazing venue, but look at this.
Yeah, this is pretty special.
Yeah, Kyle Smith said it's a dream to fight here, but the dream one day is to fight for a world title here at Windsor Park.
Nice chopping right hand there from Smith. Get Meanwell on the ropes. Just lift the elbow up. Just chop down with it. Good shot.
Yeah, says he's in no rush to fly through the rankings, etc. Understands he's got a lot of learning to do. He's going to enjoy the process. Nice, sharp 1-2 from the youngster.
Nice rhythm to his work, isn't it? Nice and relaxed. But even though his hands are low, his distance is pretty good. He's not getting too close to that front foot before he lets his hands go.
Yeah, looking to draw out the lead of Meanwell. Nice sharp jab from the hip.
So Connor mentioned the wide feet. Sometimes you're having too wide, so you can't move quick enough, but the way he's positioned, his chest is over his front knee, so he's volunteering the target, if you will. Because he got that back foot wide, It means he can pull out and still pull out low, so he's not having to go with high.
It works for some people and it doesn't work for others, but it seems to work for him. And I think he's got a really good variety of shots.
Yeah, the tidy boxer, quick hands, the feet are sharp. Just looking to draw again that lead out from Conor Meanwell, who, as I've said, only stopped 6 times from the 29 defeats. And not taking the bait, takes a nice jab though from the youngster.
Really took the shoulder into that there, Smith. Boxing on, nice and calm, nice and controlled, dictating the pace, and it's Meanwell who's got to really try and up the pace, change the tempo if he's going to have any success here.
Yeah, 20 seconds to go in this opening round. I can see manager Mark Dunlop ringside alongside promoter Eddie Hearn. It's been a good opening round from Carl Smith. Controlled it, kept it long, nice sharp hands, done anything silly. Already settled down into this contest now. Yeah, plenty taking their seats here at Windsor Park. It's going to be some atmosphere tonight. What card we've got? Live 7 PM on the zone. Your global home of boxing, the rematch. Crocker, Donovan. So intriguing, it really is. Even Jarko, Ismail Davis. A lot said between the two there. Tyrone McKenna, Dylan Moran, the Waterford. Hagler Hearns. I'm taking credit for it, but it was actually Jamie Ward that fed me those lines. And it was a shootout, 2-round war. Plenty to look forward to. 7 PM on the zone. But back to this one. Carl Smith making his debut. It was a good opening round against Conor Meanwell. What do you think they said to young Carl Smith in the corner there, Conor?
I think he's yeah, look, it's easy to come out steaming in your debut and get carried away, but I think he's doing well. Like you say, he's coming in calm, collected, and picking his shots well.
Very, very sharp, isn't he, Barry? Good boxer.
Yeah, he just threw a really lovely combination just a second ago, like 1-2 and a left hook and a right hand to follow, but he left a gap between each punch. That's hard to do, you know. That's hard. You either throw him in like a quick succession or they're single shots. So you throw it into a combination, but it was actually 3 single shots or 4 single shots.
Yeah, very measured, controlled, patient, not rushing his work. And yeah, as you say, sometimes in these 4-rounders, Barry, you can see some of these debutants really taking needless risks.
Well, you can't afford to lose a round, can you? You have to remember that. You know, in a 4-rounder, it's imperative that you go out and have a really good start, but without rushing your work. And I think he's been good so far. He's kept it at a nice even pace.
Long
again,
left
balance
hook.
Is good.
Yeah, long left hook from Meanwell landed, but there was a nice chopping right hand from Carl Smith there. Conor, lovely shot. Very accurate, isn't he?
Yeah, like I say, he has got every shot in the artillery, and I'm enjoying it, mate. It's a good debut.
That's good.
Yeah, very good judgment at distance there, Barry.
He just needs to stay busy with that jab. He's trying to set him up for a big shot, and you can see that, but he doesn't need to worry about that. I think just keep peppering him with that jab, mixing up the weight of and the speed of the jab, and then that'll force Meanwell to make a mistake, and then you can throw that right hand in. Then you can get leverage and purchase on that left hook.
Yeah, always looking to move in and out of range. You see their good footwork. Just walk in, Meanwell onto the shots. Lovely jab again, doubling up the shot. Yeah, I think that the calmness and the composure is what's really standing out to me, Conor, from Smith.
He's got a good judge of distance as well. I think that works well for him.
Nice that was there, little feint with the left hand and really could deliver with that right hand. Not to take a right hand himself off Meanwell. First real significant shot that he's landed so far.
Yeah, the face really reddening of Meanwell already. Talking to Carl Smith, trying to unsettle the youngster.
Just trying to get him to hold his feet a little bit longer, isn't he, for Smith?
It's a welcome to the pros, that is.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. So what a great opportunity. I know we've already said it for Carl Smith to be making his debut on there, which is a real buzzing time for Irish boxing. Northern Ireland here, plenty of talent on display, certainly this evening, and lots of big shows potentially in the pipeline. He's enjoying himself here in this second round. Another one for Carl Smith. What would they be saying to him in the corner there, Barry? More of the same?
I think increase it a little bit. I think he can afford to do that. But no, only ever so steadily more. Not too much. But again, like we saw about in the first contest, a little bit more active with that jab. Just took a right hand there. He's controlling everything with the distance and the range. But I think we saw one left hand where he literally stopped Meanwell with the shot. I think he can, if he doubles that same weighted shot up, he can start pushing him back and then let his punches go with the guy moving back, Connor.
Yeah, definitely. I think he just needs to drag him into the gap where he's not going to see the shot coming. And they're the ones that hurt. So yeah, I think the jab will be key to drawing him into the gaps where he can punish him.
Second time, round 3.
Third round in the super welterweight division. Smith, making his debut. 19-year-old from Glen Gormley against Conor Meanwell. The Pitbull trying to get a foothold in this fight, but it's been sharp, crisp combinations like that from Carl Smith that's made it very difficult for the 30-year-old from Nottingham.
Well, it's Meanwell's job to make Smith work, isn't it? That's the truth. To make it uncomfortable for him, and he hasn't been able to do that yet. And Smith, smile on his face here, like he did the end of the last round, enjoying himself and starting to showboat a little bit.
They're having a great conversation.
Oh, the footwork again, very impressive from Smith, gliding in and out of range, as I said, from the Holy Trinity Club, same as Lewis Crocker, and said he looks up to Crocker. Good work again. Yeah, that was really nice, wasn't it, Barry?
Again, just being able to do that injection of pace, just being able to turn it on really quickly. Nice, fast two-punch combination.
On the front foot now, Smith trying to measure. Meanwhile, just using that lead hand. Just missing with the left hook there, but planting his feet. Not afraid to get stuck in. Just dab it away at his nose. Don't know if there's any damage to that nose. No, there isn't. Full of concentration, Carl Smith. Connor. He's enjoying himself as well, isn't he?
Yeah, look, he's. I think he's head hunting a bit. I think he could mix it from the body to head. I think that'll open the gaps. But other than that, yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Good reflexes there as well.
He's switching stance every now and again as well, just to try and keep Meanwell second guessing. That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice. Good left hook. Took that well on the glove though. Meanwhile, when he had to.
Even that's good, just trying to set him up without rushing anything. And when you're young, sometimes you throw a feint so fast, no one sees it. You think, like, oh, I'll feint now, and then you just rush it. But he's nice and controlled, just really good work.
Yeah, and a good variation of shots as well. We've seen uppercuts work to the body. They've changed the levels, downstairs, upstairs. So an awful lot to work with and showing us why he was the 2025 Ulster champion. You see the reddening on the face of Meanwell. It's been that lead hand, Barry, that I think has done most of the damage for the youngster.
Yeah, and it's quite often always the lead hand and the feet that control everything. And if you've got the right balance, you're not going to have fantastic dance roll footwork, but if you've got good balance and a good solid jab, you can control quite a lot of the fight most of the time.
The Pitbull, Meanwell, trying to get on the front foot, trying to land something, but really looking busted up now. A lot of reddening around the face of the 30-year-old. But again, ploughing forward, looking for that right hand. But again, the footwork of Smith, very impressive. I'll tell you what, the chief support, I know we've spoken about the main event, Barry, but the chief support, Jarko and Davis, that's a cracker. A lot said between the two, but stylistically, I think that gel.
It's a really good fight, it is, because you think of Jarko now with more experience, I'd say, at that higher level. I'd say more experience, more experience winning at the higher level. Let's just say that. You know, and that better amateur pedigree will be able to control things. I'm not so sure, you know. I'm not. I still make him a favourite in my book, but I mean, I'm not sure. Davis got a little bit, you know, a little bit above him. I think, you know, stepping up against Boachuk was too far, too quick. I mean, you have to take the opportunity. Who wouldn't take it? But it was a little bit too far, too quick, and he'll call a really good shot, and he unravelled, and that happens to everybody. But you know, he's tough, man, and he's technically better than what we give him credit for. And I think, you know, this is a level now. I think he belongs.
Yeah. Well, that's our chief support tonight, live on DAZN. We kick things off at 7 p.m. But back to this one, final round. And it's Carl Smith, the debutant, looked very good, against Connor Meanwell.
I'd like to see him just hold his feet now and just work around the opponent. Just shows a bit more.
Yeah, it's been the footwork again there. Very, very subtle there, but there's a couple of steps back. He just moves to the centre of the ring. Intelligent boxing.
Yeah, like Barry said, he's got a good judge of distance and great feet.
Just see him throw a right hand there, and again, he didn't load up with it, but it's just different the way, you know, just throwing the shot and punching through the target. It's just the dynamic of the shot is totally different. I think when you're a boxer that he's clearly going to be, doing that will make the difference. You aren't going to be like a Conor Walker and like bully away and walk people down with intelligence. I would say that, mate. I'm not trying to, but still, you haven't got to be always a come forward fighter to be able to stop people and wear them down. You can do it, moving around on as they say. It's no such thing as everything's off the back foot, but we say on the back foot.
He doesn't telegraph much, does he, Smith? Very sharp. That jab again, very accurate.
Just throws it from his hips, doesn't he? Yeah, like you say, he doesn't show the shot before it comes out.
And just every now and again, that difference between throwing the shot and just turning into the shot. Just again, and I think it's important about learning how to change the pace and the tempo of a fight, and also how your punches are delivered. Because as you said, Conor, earlier on, might be in this fight or the last one, it's the punches you don't see that cause the damage. So if you can change the weight and the pace of your shot, that always keeps him second guessing.
100%.
Yeah, going through the motions here, Carl Smith mixing things up, leading with the right, the left. Changing the levels, you see there, nice left to the body. Those big, deep breaths from Meanwell. See, I mentioned it in that previous round, really damage to the face, missing with a wild left hook, and it's been, again, those reflexes that have got Carl Smith out of trouble and kept him in cruise control.
To be fair, he's boxed really well here, Smith, and he's winning every second of every round. But meanwhile, every now and again, it's making him work for it. He's doing his job.
Meanwhile, just take the step back. Put that down to frustration, I guess. He's missing with an awful lot now. Just under 30 seconds to go in this final round.
He's just been beaten to everything, hasn't he, tonight? That was a lovely body shot there.
It'd be interesting to see what he does. Just a tad over 11 stone. Yesterday's weigh-in, Carl Smith. There's the clapper, 10 seconds in this final round. And he walks. Meanwhile, onto a lovely right hand, does Carl Smith. And again, another very good debut from a youngster from this part of the country. Very proud of himself, Conor.
Yes, I was impressed with that. It was a great debut. He can definitely be happy with himself.
Yeah, that was a good display from Smith there. I thought Carl Smith boxed really well, moved around well, held his feet when he had to, punched with a bit of authority at times. There's a few things you can. I don't know some of the showboating stuff maybe, because before that becomes a bad habit. You can do it now and again, but don't want to be doing a bad habit doing it too often. But apart from that, really good, solid performance.
Yeah, good debut from Carl Smith. Let's hand back over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action here at Windsor Park, Eamon McGill scores this contest 40-36 for your winner, Kyle Smith.
Kyle Smith, 1-0 as a professional, and it was a great debut against the tough Connor Meanwell. He'll push on to bigger and better things, but what a way to make your debut. Very, very impressive here at Windsor Park. The place he wants to one day fight for a world title. All smiles with the team. But remember, so much to look forward to here on your global home of boxing, The Zone.
The Zone, the undisputed global home of boxing, where the greatest fighters take center stage, with fights every week and over 185 a year. And now, the mighty Queensberry joins over 30 worldwide promoters to up the ante like never before, with the best of the best.
The biggest nights.
There's no limits to what's possible. Nobody brings you closer to the action. Because if the fight is on, it's on The Zone, the global home of boxing.
So much to look forward to on The Zone. Here's David.
The action continues with an 8-round middleweight contest. Making his way to the ring, Carlos Miguel Runner.
Here is Carlos Runner from Argentina, the Furia. That translates as the Fury. Jamie's looking at me as if I can speak Spanish.
Can't speak English, mate.
Just about. That coming from a Welshman. Yeah, Runner, 7 wins, 5 losses. Looking unfazed all week. Another day in the office for the Argentinian. Been matched hard in the past, been in with 6 unbeaten fighters. Never shies away from a challenge. Here is Carlos Runner.
And now entering the arena, Aaron Bowen.
Well, Aaron Bowen from commentary, he's been a regular feature on Before the Bell, or the prelims, as we call it now, and he doesn't disappoint. He really is value for money. We've mentioned it, myself and Jamie, this week. The fight he had with James Todd, what an epic battle that was, and I think that will take some beating on the prelims. Very, very good pedigree. Commonwealth Games bronze medalist. Doing a lot of sparring with his old foe, Taylor Bevan. Aaron Bowen, as I say, from Coventry.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Windsor Park here in Belfast, live on The Zone, we're set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Drip, Riyadh Season, Tom Insurance, That Prize Guy, and Everlast. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring referee Eamon McGill. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears white with black trim. He scaled 11 stone, 8 pounds, 2 ounces. Professional record, 7 victories, 5 defeats, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Please welcome Carlos Miguel Runner. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white, green, and gold. He scaled 11 stone, 9 pounds, 2 ounces. Professional record, perfect. 6 fights, 6 victories, with 4 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Coventry, Aaron Bowen.
Gentlemen, I spoke to you both earlier on the change rooms. I want a good, clean fight. Any questions? Touch gloves.
8 rounds in the middleweight division between the exciting Aaron Bowen and Argentina's Carlos Runner here at Windsor Park.
Second time, round 1.
As I say, very, very exciting. Aaron Bowen's got that amateur pedigree, and We've seen in the past Barry very popular, and there's a pocket of fans I can see over to the right in the stands. So moving in the right direction, and he's ticking boxes.
He is, and you can see why he's popular, because he's a boxer, he's a guy who can box, but far too often doesn't want to box. I mean, him and Taylor Bevan in the semi-final of the Commonwealth Games was the best fight of the tournament. It was an absolute carnage of a fight. For an amateur contest, it was unbelievably tough. And as we've seen with Bowen again against another Welshman, James Todd, he doesn't like to do it the easy way, but he is a good boxer. He's undeniably strong. He hits hard, he hits correct, and he might be the real deal.
I'm certain that you're a fan of his style and the way he approaches fighters, Connor.
Listen, me and Aaron are good friends. I've shared the ring with him. We've done some sparring together, and I know how good he is, and I know what sort of how good of a boxing brain he's got. But like you say, he gives you value for money every time. I'm a massive fan of him, and I think he's a good lad and a great fighter. And I really hope to see him in titles before the end of the year or the start of the new year.
And he's like, offensively, he's fantastic, and it just needs to move his head a little bit more. I mean, and quite often it's what you do after the punch is almost important as the punch itself. So, jab, slip. He can do it. He knows what to do. But when he hits you with a shot, I think he almost not red mist exactly, but he zones in, doesn't he, on the target and things like got you now.
I think his best punch is his jab. I was surprised when I sparred him just how well he finds a gap for the jab and he changes his angle. He's never always one straight line. He always moves around the target and then picks it well.
I think already early on in this contest there are signs of defensive improvements. That slipping and sliding that you pointed out, Barry's tucking up nicely, taking the sting out of shots, and you can see he's been putting some work in the gym with Shani Singh.
Do you know what? We were waffling and all that, and he's boxing, and just as we're watching him, I'm thinking he's boxing really well, isn't he? Look how controlled and composed he is.
Yeah, and he finds a lovely uppercut left hook to the body. I think that's what he stopped his last guy with after they went to war.
Yeah, he's a terrific body puncher, James Todd. He finished that one in the 5th round of the 6th round. It was a left to the body.
Really good there. Just the step out, but just the right judgment there to throw the uppercut through the middle.
Yeah, Rona, he looks like he felt that one just on the back foot. We've seen in the past, he's a very good finisher, Aaron Bowen. 4 stoppages inside the distance. Yeah, another one that was finished by that left to the body, his debut. Matteo Gomez.
Oh, good shot again. Again, it's just a lovely pace to the shot, so without loading up, he makes sure he gets the right sort of speed to make you feel it.
Yeah, really, really good opening round that from Aaron Bowen. Yeah, showed us a bit of everything, didn't he, in that opener.
More importantly, in picking his shots well, what he is really busy. So like, Rona goes back to the corner thinking, God, that's only the first round.
I don't think he doesn't load up with his punches. I think he flows with it and punches repetitively over and over again, which works well.
But still turns into the shot, so he makes there's no lacking of weight in every punch he throws. But you're right, he uses his body, turns his body into the shot rather than tense up and push the punches out. It's all smooth rhythm to his work.
Corners, 10 seconds.
Yeah, Shani Singh in the corner there, giving instructions. Box Smart, Elite Gym.
Seconds out, round 2.
Second round here. In the middleweight division, Aaron Bowen, Carlos Rona from Argentina, and it was a very, very good opening round. You already pointed out that some defensive improvements from Bowen. Still early, but working well behind that lead hand. Connor, nice, sharp jab.
The thing is, he doesn't have to go to war. He's such a good boxer. He doesn't need to go to war. He just obviously gets caught up with the action and just gets carried away. But he's an amazing boxer.
Yeah, seeing some good work there. The jab upstairs, the right, straight right to the body of Rona. Good variation, Barry.
Yeah, he gets greedy of his own success, and I mean that's not a bad thing. I mean, somewhere down the line that takes you over into the next stage, doesn't it? But yeah, I think he's been controlled today, and I think in Rona he throws a good counter right hand I've seen in the past, but so taking the jab away I think, of Bowen is important, but how does he do it? Because Bowen, when Bowen steps in with it, he steps back out, so he makes you fall short. You really got to really overcommit with that right hand to land on the target.
His last out in June, Yoko's Voke, and the Yafai Rodriguez undercard. Before that, he beat Juan Cachero. That was in March. Lovely jab again from Bowen, looking for that counter left hook inside the guard.
Keary's doing well, Bowen. He's covering it. He's using his forearms just to block and counter, not with the same hand. He's blocking and throwing with the right hand, throwing that left hook. So Rona can't get any momentum in his work. It's all single shots at best.
Speaking to Shiny Singh this week, this is the second 8-rounder for Aaron Bowen. I think they'd like to move him to area sort of title level after this.
Got the distance wrong there, Bowen, for the first time.
It was Burntwood's 13-3. Troy Coleman was the Midland area champ, but he's fighting Jimmy Sains for the vacant English title on October 17th, so that frees up that title. Again, lovely jab Barry from Bowen.
Yeah, I mean, boxing really well, and Rona's got no answer to anything. Oh, lovely body shot.
And there's that left to the body, which Aaron Bowen is becoming famous for. Always manages to get round that right elbow of the orthodox fighter, and Rona, big deep breaths, trying to catch that breath, and there's a right hook upstairs, and the referee waves it off. Another tremendous finish from the man from Coventry, and his fans in the far corner there enjoyed that one, Barry.
Yeah, you just see there, even though it was the headshot that put him down, he haven't recovered from the body shot. You could see him still wincing for that shot. That body shot is tap and whip.
He just punches through the body. It's an amazing shot. He throws it really well.
But that little tap upstairs in Porn, all it does, it lifts your elbows a little bit, so it lifts your diaphragm, and that makes you more vulnerable. So when you do get that whip right, you get the angle right on the shot, it's like it cuts you in half. It's a beautiful shot. The technique is fantastic. And that booming right hand there as well, the way he walked up to him, just with that long right hand. What you know? Tap, whip.
Oh, what a shot. Stunning. The accuracy, the speed, the placement. As I say, very, very textbook. He just acknowledges his fans, Aaron Bowen, as we see that finish again.
But the turn in the body, the way he taps it, he makes sure he rotates his shoulders fully, because then when he throws that left hook back, he gets the angle behind the elbow, and then that right hand to finish it there. He's covering it up, he's already got the elbows, and rather than, he's waiting for the body shot, and he brings that right hand there, right on the back of the ear. It's a lovely shot.
Yeah, that was really, really impressive. We said, didn't we, from the opening first few seconds, he was looking good, he was looking focused, and looking to do damage. Impressive fight there from Aaron Bowen. But he'll be thrilled, the team will be thrilled, so let's hand over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Eamon Miguel reaches the count of 10 at 2 minutes and 35 seconds of round number 2, declaring your winner by knockout. He's still undefeated, Aaron Bowen.
Yep, Aaron Bowen moves to 7-0, and that a very impressive victory over Carlos Rona from Argentina. He was switched on, he was focused, he looked hurtful. I mentioned there that was his second 8-rounder. Wants to move on to area titles now, and with performances like that, there's no doubt that he's ready, and you'd like to think he'd be able to push on beyond that level. Smiles all round, Shiny Singh, Aaron Bowen. Another big show as well for Bowen, that he's been able to showcase those skills. And we're going to hear from the victor, Aaron Bowen, who's with the handsome, suave Jamie Ward.
Thank you very much, Darren. I owe you that $5. I'll double it now. Aaron, congratulations. Listen, in your post-fight interviews, you've sometimes been a little bit critical of your own performance. How would you sum that one up tonight?
Again, a little critical. I'm struggling with the lower level, no disrespect, they're great operators, but I just think when I step up the class, English, British, European, I think I'll really shine. And that's shouldn't be an excuse, but I will be better. But good victory, and 100 people coming from Coventry to fly and see me. You know, that means the world to me, and Matchroom and making my dreams come true. So I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute.
Hurt him with that left hand to the body. That's become a little bit of an Aaron Bowen signature punch now, hasn't it?
Yeah, I look for it, and I want to be known for that. So the body snatcher, that'd be nice. So I'm going to look for that every fight, but obviously other things. But it's going great, and I hope it continues.
One thing I remember you always said from day one, you wanted to be remembered for how you approach fights from the opening bell, being entertaining. You've been critical defensively of your own work in the previous 6 fights. Did you feel a little bit tighter in here tonight?
Yeah, there was a moment in the ring and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to have a fight because it was quiet. And he was telling me no, but I just thought, it's quiet, I don't like it quiet. I can't wait to watch the main event and hear that noise, because I know one day it's going to be in Coventry and it's going to be having it off in the middle of the ring. So.
And after a period of frustration with injury, that's your 3rd fight this year, your 2nd scheduled 8-rounder. Little title action next?
Oh yeah, I think we've been ordered for the Midlands title, so looking for that in November, so I can't wait.
Let's grab a quick word with the man who will make it happen, promoter Eddie Hearn. Eddie, firstly a word on the performance, and if it is the Midlands area title next, you believe at that level with respect at minimum, that's what Aaron's ready for?
Yeah, it was nice to see Aaron make it look easy. You know, I said to him after, you know, sometimes he likes to get involved too much. Obviously he's got all these incredible fans that travel with him, not just around the Midlands, but also now to Ireland, twice now to Belfast. And it's just, he did what he should be doing. You know, he's a quality prospect that should be getting rid of people like that quite comfortably and in clinical fashion. And that's exactly what he did. Now's the step up, the first 10-round fight at the end of November. Again, it's going to be a huge crowd. And, you know, we've got so many of these great young prospects that have massive fan bases from their home cities and towns. Aaron's one of them. And what that means is when we're ready for even English or British title eliminators, we're going to go and do our first show in Coventry with Aaron Bowen. And when we do, like we've seen the numbers even, you know, in Birmingham and over here, he'll sell out an arena on his own in Coventry. You know, that's what we want to do. Midlands area, English, British, it won't be too far. 2 or 3 fights, he'll be ready to move on and start thinking about challenging for a British title. And he's going to be a lot of fun watching him doing it, because he's one of the most exciting fighters out there. And yeah, not just British boxing, but Coventry. Get ready for some wild nights in 2026.
On a word to you then, Aaron, what type of journey do you want to take this loyal support on one day?
It started from the grassroots. So every amateur show we were selling out, and it's going to go all the way to the Rico Arena, the Coventry Building Society Arena. So let's get it.
Great performance, Aaron. Well done.
Well, it's safe to say Aaron Bowen loves to fight, and he's going to be in some very, very exciting fights in the future. But remember, coming up later on DAZN, it's the rematch. It's Crocker Donovan 2 after their first fight ended in plenty of controversy.
Everything about it was exceptional, apart from the performance.
It's a difficult style to fight against Crocker. He offers you nothing. He's very closed up.
So styles make fights. I had a great style that night.
And Paddy Donovan has really found a groove here.
We read him quite easily, so we just worked on specific things in the gym, and then it was up to me to implement them in the fight.
There were times when he'd hurt Lewis and he'd just play with him. He was enjoying it too much.
As good as he boxed, he was filthy.
Come on, he's leaping ahead there.
If I'm there, he was going down and he's coming up.
His defence was lean forward. I was coming in and out. Maybe it looked like that I was one forcing the action more with the heads.
I don't remember ever me hitting him with a head.
He's doing it too, ref, he's doing it too. Terrible. Well, he can't say he wasn't warned.
Nah, I was gone. Probably a good enough fighter trying to fight with 2 eyes, let alone one.
Round 8.
Oh, another clash of the heads.
And again, Crocker reels away. One more confidential from Donovan. He's got to be so careful.
The point getting taken away changed my mindset to be rootless.
Oh, the response from Donovan.
I rocked it.
He hit the uppercut, and then I couldn't see at that moment, so I took a knee.
You can't see.
Last few seconds of the round.
You know, that's where I started swinging back, and I caught him a couple of good shots as well.
Honestly, I never felt them. It all happened so quickly.
Like it was ding, 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 ding.
Donovan goes on the attack. Continues punching.
That was really late.
Crocker down again.
I heard the bell.
He knew what he was doing, 100%.
And I was just going for a finish like any ruthless fighter would do.
Disqualified! He has disqualified Paddy Donovan. I think that Donovan can't believe that they've won it. Suddenly, there's fury in the corner.
It was terrible for me. Yeah, emotions can take over.
You won the fight!
Do I think he did it intentionally? Could he be that stupid?
This is only the beginning of his
Did I feel like a victory that night? Absolutely not. Took no pride in that whatsoever. Didn't feel like a loss either.
He wanted a way out of the fight. He probably took a dive in the end.
To use the word dive, you know, I was just dropped and I got up and I came swinging. You punch after the bell. The only person who made a mistake in that fight was you.
I want the rematch. I want the IBF to overrule this decision, and I'll fight Lewis and I'll beat him again.
He was distraught, you know, and there's great footage of him and Parker on the phone together, and they're both crying.
I got the two most emotional boxers in the world.
I was with Lewis in the team room and went to the first aid room, and he got 22 stitches, all due to headbutts and an elbow. I would always dwell on that night if I'd ever run it back with Paddy, so it was important that that had to be made. Honestly, hand on heart, it was the first call that I made to my manager the next day to get that fight made.
Well, the first fight was at the SSE Arena, and the rematch is here at Windsor Park in Belfast. So much drama in that first fight. And I tell you what, Barry, it sets up this rematch perfectly, doesn't it?
Of course it does, because you got the argument, did he hear the bell, didn't he hear the bell? Who was being to do it, this with the head? We all think it was Donovan, but Crocker would play his part a little bit, but mainly Donovan. And also, the shot was clearly after the bell, but I don't think he heard it. You didn't think he could hear it, because the crowd was electric, wasn't it, in the arena? But Crocker was adamant that he did, and so was his corner. So, yeah, all that, there's a lovely storyline there, but ultimately, two Irishmen boxing for a world title. It's historic in a great arena in Belfast, which is still arguably the greatest boxing city in the world.
We talk about Crocker having to make adjustments. Can we see a better version of Paddy Donovan, though?
Yeah, look, Paddy's a great fighter, great team. You know, he's only going to get better. I just think Crocker just needs to punch everything he can. Arms, chest, you know, body, midriff. I just think whatever gap he can find, or even if there's no gap, just punch.
Yeah. Well, so much to look forward to in tonight's main event, but we're ready for more action. Back over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest, 4 rounds in the super bantamweight division. Making his way to the ring at this time, Caine Singh.
Here is Caine Singh, 28 from Middlesbrough, 2 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws. Lost to 5-0 Tio Allen last month. He got stopped in the 5th round of that 6th rounder here in Belfast. The fight before that, he beat Jimmy Burnside, who was 6-0 over 6 rounds. So, can he cause an upset this evening against the impressive Donagh Keary?
And now entering the arena, the undefeated Donagh, the Irish Kid Keary.
And here is the youngster, 3-0, Donagh Keary from Castlewellan here in Northern Ireland. Very good amateur pedigree. 2025 Irish national finalist. The 2024 Tough Enough gold medalist in Norway. The 2023 European Under-22s quarter finalist. And the 2023 Irish Intermediate champion. Very, very talented. Sold bundles of tickets, very popular. with his smart, all-action style. You can understand why.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Windsor Park here in Belfast, live on DAZN, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Conlon Sport. We're sponsored by Betfred, Drip, Riyadh Season, Tom Insurance, That Prize Guy, and Everlast. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring referee Eamon McGill. Now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears black with gold trim. He scaled 8 stone, 13 pounds, 3 ounces. This 11-fight veteran fights out of Middlesbrough, Yorkshire. Please welcome Caine Singh. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white with gold trim. He also scaled 8 stone, 13 pounds, 3 ounces. Professional record, thus far perfect, 3 fights, 3 victories. He fights out of Castlewellan here in Northern Ireland. Please welcome Donagh, Irish Kid Keary.
Gentlemen, I spoke to you both earlier on the change rooms. Watch a low blows, no shots behind the head. Any questions? Let's get it on.
Well, 4 rounds in the super bantamweight division between Donagh Keary and Caine Singh.
Second time, round 1.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant year for Donagh Keary, who's had these 3 fights all in 2025, and he had the dream debut at MSG, a fight we was at, Barry.
Yeah.
On the Callum Walsh, Dean Sutherland undercard, and he boxed well, didn't he?
He did, yeah, down in the theatre there. That's in the basement of the MSG. Great venue for boxing. What a place to make your debut. But he boxes well. He's a lovely mover. Holds his feet enough just to get enough weight on the shots, but then make sure he moves them after as well there, so nothing comes back. He's a good thinker, but a busy boxer as well.
And again, Connor, really good to see a local fighter on such a big card like this, demonstrating what we can already see, lots of talent.
Yeah, look, it's obviously, again, it's a dream to fight in the local stadium, so, and he's taken to it well. He's finding the body shots there, and yeah, it's a good first round so far.
Yeah, nice sharp punching, double jab, right hand, demonstrating quick feet. See the concentration on the eyes of Keary.
That left it to the body, I think, hurt him, because he's dropping that right elbow down now.
Yeah, he does seem to have a bit of a grimace on the face, does Caine Singh, fires back gamely. This is all Barry, Donagh Keary right now.
Yeah, and it's his balance, it allows him to punch going backwards, punch going forward. You know, when Singh throws something, he can take a little half a step back, and then he can still get the leverage in the shots. But also the way, the speed and the work, when he throws his punches, he commits to the attack, and that acceleration of pace in his work.
Oh, lovely counter left hook from Keary. He's using the momentum of Singh in his favour, Connor, isn't he?
Yeah, and again, he's finding that left hook lovely to the left midriff there.
Again, as we saw with Alan Bowen in the fight before, just touching upstairs before he rips that body shot down with the left hook.
Oh, is that left to the body again? The variation of shots, very, very good. The accuracy, fantastic. Again, look at the defensive skills on display here from Keary. Again, that left just round the elbow, followed it with a right uppercut, a chopping right on top of the head. Really good work, this Barry.
It's good. He really turned into that uppercut as well there, Keary. Singh, good body shot.
I tell you what, he took that well, Singh. That was a thudding right to the body.
I think Singh's doing the right thing. He's trying to close the gap, just trying to push Keary back, just to reduce that power a little bit, but he is still walking on the shots.
Oh, again, good work. Double jab, right hand, then drops down to the body. A chopping, accurate right hook. Singh gamely coming forward, but walking onto shots, heavy shots, sharp shots from the youngster Keary. who's boxed very, very well in this opening round here at Windsor Park. Well, making her debut in the pro boxing ring this evening is Molly McCann.
Here backstage with Meatball Molly McCann before she makes her eagerly anticipated professional debut. Molly, not long to go. How are you feeling?
I know, I don't know, less than 2 hours. Just going to go and have a look at the ring, take it all in, then get to work, looking to put a dominant performance on and just go and have loads of fun.
When you signed, it was activity, activity, activity. That's it for tonight, get the win and then move on and flourish.
Absolutely, I think that you can't look past an opponent, but obviously when your job is 6 to 7 fights in a year, you know you're going to be moving quick. So take as little damage as possible, look after the hands, make sure not to hurt them, and outskill the opponent and get a nod off the boss, and that's all I've got to do.
Molly, all the best.
Thank you, lads.
Yeah, Molly McCann first up on our live broadcast at 7 p.m. live on The Zone. Back to this one, Donagh Keary. Very, very good, impressive opening round, wasn't it, Connor, for the youngster?
Yeah, he's shown a lot. Like we say, that left to the body. He could do with just going around to the right-hand side just to open that gap. But yeah, he's doing really well.
Good footwork demonstrated again, Barry, just moving back to the centre of the ring and again just stepping back, walking Singh onto the shots.
Yeah, because Singh like, he's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to rush Keary, just push him back a little bit and stay close to the target so he's not on the end of the shots. But Keary with that good balance, just skipping out of distance and again moving enough but not too far away that he can hold his feet and hammer some quality shots back, and he is boxing really well, even in defence here, just blocking everything.
I'll tell you what, this is a really game effort here from Caine Singh, and I did mention the fight before his last, he did beat a 6-0 Jimmy Burnside over 6 rounds, and it was work like this that unsettled the unbeaten fighter. So making Donagh Keary work and think for the openings.
This is where Keary got to look for that left hook to the body now. With Singh letting those shots go. When he throws that right hand, Singh, the elbow lifts a little bit so he can roll underneath the shot. Keary will get a free shot to the body.
Tell you what, he's having a go, Singh.
Yeah, landed a lovely right to the body a moment ago. Keary again just dropping down, tapping upstairs, dropping the left to the body, similar to Aaron Bowen in the previous contest. But again, Barry showing good defensive skills here on the back foot.
Yeah, just like when he throws out 1-2 now, Keary, just like just to spin that back foot round to the right a bit, so he gets just a different angle with the left hook to the body, rather than slide across to the left and go right behind the elbow. Just come the other way a little bit.
I'll tell you what, he's really come alive here. Caine Singh really putting his all into the shots, but this is good work at range from Keary.
Good right hand though back there from Singh.
I don't know how long it can last throwing this many punches in one go, but we'll see.
Oh, good left hook, lovely, right in the temple there from Keary.
Yeah, again, just taking the sting out of the shots, coming his way from Singh, just moving the feet backwards, just grabbing hold of Singh. Intelligent work from the youngster. But again, Singh landing a nice jab, looking to work the body, just ploughing forward, Barry.
Fantastic effort here from Singh, really is. Good shot again there from him.
Yeah, we see Singh loose Alfie middle miss on the Jack Cattrall, Arnold Barboza undercard.
Good shots there from Singh, a good right hand over the top and a lovely body shot. Taking him well here, Keary, but he's been put under a bit of pressure in this round.
Yeah, I mentioned that fight against Middle Miss, and it was similar. Middle Miss boxing nicely, but it was this kind of pressure that Singh brings to the fight that made it entertaining. But this is good work from Keary, changing the levels with the shot. Nice left again to the body, Connor.
Yeah, I think he needs to get his respect here and stop him ploughing in with 100 punches. But yeah, he's doing well to weather the storm, and I hope that he needs to land that one shot to push him back.
Later this evening, it's time for this man again, Pat Brown, the explosive puncher from Manchester. Talk about some of these guys being in exciting fights. Well, this man will, for sure. A real brute but there's lots of boxing know-how there as well, from that great amateur pedigree that he has, and in a great stable as well.
Corners, 10 seconds.
His very good friend Dave Allen in a big fight of his own on October the 11th. Arslan Makhmudov. Into the third round we go here. Donagh Keary versus Caine Singh. It was a good reply in that second round from Caine Singh. Really had a go, didn't he, Barry?
He really did. So there's two things. Now, he had the boxer Singh's pace, and he felt it a little bit. He was holding on, not under trouble, but it just tired a little bit there in that round, Keary. So you can dictate the pace without power. Don't I know that? But I mean, it's solid shots are so now. Like Conor said, you've got to start controlling the bin here. But like I said earlier in the night, a good jab and good footwork can control the pace, even on the move. So you've got to be active with it.
That seems to be the plan right now for Keary. Boxing nicely, nullifying the work from Caine Singh. The referee just having a word there, just grabbing hold of Singh. A bit of experience shown from Singh as well, showing his frustration by being held. What would you be asking for Keary here, Conor?
Yeah,
keep it long, be smart.
Yeah, to be honest, I think he needs to land some good, decent shots to push him back and stop giving him the momentum. But like you say, it's hard when someone's just throwing 100 punches per combination. But yeah, I think he's boxing well. I think he's winning the rounds. But like I say, I think he needs to gain his respect.
You're not a stranger of throwing hundreds of rounds around, are you? Oh, good work again from Caine Singh. Not letting the youngster Keary breathe here at all. All over him like a rash. You can see there, very bullish on the front foot.
You haven't got to run, but you got to, when you're in a mover, you got that bottom rope's got to be like an electric fence. Once it touches the back of your leg, you got to move. You got to pivot. You got to spin. You got to get around to the side. You can't hold your feet with somebody just constantly coming at you, throwing punches from all angles. You've got to be a constantly moving target without running, and that's difficult to do. But that's where that spinning on the front foot comes into play. You that rope touching the back leg, you spin back in the centre of the ring, throw a combination, take a few steps back, one to the side again, and then you go again.
A little passage where it seems as if he was doing that, Barry, to sort of move in, flicking out the right, then the left. But now just getting pinned onto the ropes, that's better, just moving. But Caine Singh, this is very impressive. Real heart, will to win shown here. And he has the 2 wins, 7 defeats, only stopped twice, there are 2 draws.
So I'll hustling Keary here at the minute.
Yeah, really good work from the man from Middlesbrough, Caine Singh. 10-second clapper. Yeah, this is again solid work, relentless pressure from Caine Singh, and looks a little weary there, I'd say, Conor.
He did. Just a little bit of a laboured walk back to the corner. But like you say, he's throwing hell for leather. The away corner are really coming for it tonight.
You'll need this last round here, Keary. You will need this. Again, in the 4 round, you can't afford to drop a round. I think that round was a round for Singh. The quality will came certainly early in the round from Keary, but I think Singh just out-hustled him. And the second round as well, there was an argument there that Singh could have got the nod there, and if he did, then Keary then has got it all to do in this last round.
Yeah, you feel the momentum with Caine Singh, who's stood up in the corner there.
Listen, I ain't even fucking worried here. You can win this, listen. You want to go in your fucking
No doubt we're in for an epic final round here in this super bantamweight division. Caine Singh and Donagh Keary from Castlewellan here in Northern Ireland.
Second time, 4th, final round.
He starts with a nice left to the body, but here's that pressure from Caine Singh that we've seen in that second and third round, Conor.
He's really coming for it now, isn't he? It's a good fight for Keary. I think he'll learn a lot from it. But like I say, he needs to stamp his authority now.
Again, go back to that stamp his authority, right? But I mean, again, Darren mentioned momentum, and it's a real thing. People don't think it is, but it is, because it gives you a different confidence. And You can't sit on the rope. Even if you are having success on the ropes, you can't let a guy out-hustle you on the ropes like he is here.
At the end of the day, this leaves the impression in the judges, doesn't it, that he's the one working, he's the one that wants his arm raised at the end, and this is real impressive stuff from Caine Singh. Looking to take the scalp of another unbeaten fighter. Oh, lovely uppercut. I'm not sure whose gum shield that was. It was the uppercut, I think, from Keary that landed. Yes, Caine Singh's gum shield. That was a peach of an uppercut.
I'll tell you what, though, it didn't stop him from throwing punches, though. This has been a fantastic fight, and as Conor said, you know, you'll learn from this. Whatever the result, you'll learn from this.
Yeah, you can see some of the grazes on the back of Keary. Obviously from the ropes that he spent, you'd have to say, a little bit too much time. That was better, just moving off the ropes there. But again, the pressure from Singh on that front foot, real and punishing and evident.
He's struggling for pace here a little bit, Keary, because he has to be busy here. He's looking for that big shot, and that's usually a sign of top shot and it's a sign of fatigue, isn't it?
This is what Singh does. He does this week in, week out, so he's used to this. This is all new to Keary.
Oh, this is real good stuff. Non-stop pressure. The barra, the punches from Caine Singh.
Jumping into the shots there, isn't he, Singh? That left hook, that right hand, as Keary was trying to get away.
Well, he's got a minute here, you'd have to say, Keary, to find something to catch the eye of the judges.
It's got to be a big minute. Got to tell you what, the first 2 minutes have been all Singh.
And that was good work, though. A flurry to the body, hooks upstairs, and the fans respond. They're making themselves heard. He looks tired, Keary. Just missing with that right uppercut, but back comes Singh. Really good round this, really good contest on the prelims.
We didn't expect this, did we?
No, we didn't. Donagh, Keary, Caine Singh. Take a bow. This has been very good work. Just missing with the left to the body there, Keary, but back comes Singh again with good work. Just missing with the right hand.
Some engine Singh's got there.
Well, no, he knows he can't be hurt. He has no fear, does he? No fear at all, just to walk through the shots.
Looking to hold on. He's tired, Keary. I think this has been a fight where Singh's done enough to get his arm raised at the end. It's been non-stop pressure from the second round from Caine Singh from Middlesbrough.
And that second round is going to be the pivotal round.
It could be, yeah,
That's
you're right.
That's going to be the round, isn't it? What a fight.
After 4 rounds here in Belfast, we go to referee Eamon McGill's scorecards. It reads 39-37 for your winner, Caine Singh.
And Caine Singh does get the nod there, and you'd have to say he deserved it. He worked relentlessly from the second round throughout that contest. And he just couldn't get to grips, could he? So yeah, big smiles for Caine Singh. Back to work for Donagh Keary. So much to look forward to here on DAZN later on. The card is stacked. So much, as I say, to look forward to.
I've reflected well on the fight. I've watched it a few times back. Performed so well, but not come away with the victory. It was quite different. But look, as I said, it's in the past. Had more things with Andy in this camp. Tried to implement them on the night again on the 13th September.
Each round of shadowboxing should be treated as part of the workout by 4 rounds. They're in a full flow. I can't remember when I first met Paddy. I probably met him when he was about 9 or 10, because we're from the same city. But I first saw him in full flow in boxing in the Irish Championships, and I was taken aback by how good he was. I can't find the words to say it was striking, you know what I mean? And I said to myself, if ever I was going to become a coach, he'd be the one to do it with.
Why can't Lewis Crocker beat me? Because I can fight him, I can box him, I can out-think him.
Wait for it.
I just have that flair about me to be a world champion I don't think Lewis has.
You gotta fix his hair. Oh, it's Andy.
He's a product of his environment. He's from a boxing mad family. His dad, his brothers, they're ingrained in boxing. The kids running around, his cousins, his nephews, they've all got gloves on their hands. They can all fight. His granddad's got a Mike Tyson tattoo. That'll tell you how much boxing is in this family. And he's a prodigy. All of that generational work, hard work has come together in Paddy, and he's the result of it. The sky's the limit for him, really. There's no ceiling.
Flow. Do a somersault.
Finished.
26 years old, one of the youngest fighters ever in Ireland, challenging for a world title. I feel it's my time.
Lewis will be 100% fit as he was in the first fight.
Keep up, walk right up, Lewis, come on.
However, something happened in the day of the fight which affected his performance massively. Lewis produced 30-35% of what he's capable of. If Paddy thinks that's going to be the same Lewis Crocker, he's going to be rudely mistaken.
You know, have no opportunity here to make the wrongs right this time.
This fight's going to be completely different. See your physicality in there, just that wee nudge. Boom.
If I'm to win this fight, I have to put on the performance of my life.
Fought Paddy before in the amateurs. Just experience of being in the ring with Paddy before. Aggressive counter-puncher as well, similar to Donovan.
Just sit down, roll under, and boom.
Since he was a kid, he could be 2 or 3 rounds down. All it takes is him to land that one punch. I've seen him knock lads out cold since he was 13. You never see knockouts in kids, so he's always got that power.
The man who fight, like, you always want to take their head off. When me and him are in there on that night, there'll be no love whatsoever.
I would have been.
I always said Paddy was like a sharpshooter. I didn't think he was heavy-handed.
Paddy's got a good jab. It's not as fast as what I thought it was. Take care of that this time.
I know that he can take a good shot as well, so I'll have to prepare for even better.
If he produces the performance I know he's capable of, I think he'll beat Paddy Donovan and stop him.
Come again.
What a main event we've got for you this evening, live on the Zone. The rematch between Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan, this time for the IBF World title. One thing we see there, and I'll come to you, Connor, recently moved to Jamie Moore, is the importance of the teams. Billy Nelson, obviously, with Lewis Crocker, and Andy Lee with Paddy Donovan. How important and pivotal are the teams going to be this evening?
I think game plan is key with this fight, and like you say, the team behind them both, they both got good teams, and I think it breeds confidence, and that confidence you take that into the ring with you. But like I say, I just think that Paddy is going to be the one.
I'll tell you what as well, pressure. Who can deal with the pressure better here at Windsor Park with, like I said, the IBF World title on the line now?
And quite often when you get to this level, it is how you cope with the pressure, because everyone's got ability and they know each other now. They know that helps both and hinders both, because your secret weapons that have been exposed, so they know what to expect, and also you know what worked for you and what might work, and maybe you can go all in on that style, but also cope with the pressure. The pressure in the first fight was big enough, but this is now in a stadium, but also it's for a world title. Your lifetime, and we know what that's like, and you're hopefully going to find out, your lifetime ambition when you get that close, you want to be there, but when you're there, there is a little bit of a I'm here now, this is really it. And that can change fighters. You've seen it in the past, it really can. And also another thing, fighting in an outdoor stadium has an effect. When you walk out in the ring walk, that cold air, and Carl Froch talks about quite often, that can affect you.
Oh, cannot wait for that main event. So much to look forward to, including this, an Irish title. So back over to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Irish Super Bantamweight Championship. Making his way to the ring at this time, please welcome the challenger, Matthew Bam Bam Borland.
Well, here is 26-year-old Matthew Borland, 5-0. Bam Bam, nicknamed very aggressive, puts his all into his shots, and I'll tell you what, he's enjoying this, savouring this moment, and so he should. Sick fight here at Windsor Park, fighting for the Irish title. What dreams are made of, says Bam Bam. He's brought an army with him. Not stopped anyone since his debut, but that was against Lewis Smithson, and it was a first round stoppage. 2 months later, he's beaten Eric Lopez. The same month, he beat Jake Pollard. Then Callum Turnbull followed. Can he get the job done against Ruadhan Farrell and capture the Irish title?
And now entering the arena, please welcome the reigning and defending Irish champion, Ruadhan El Niño Farrell.
Well, here is the reigning Irish Super Bantamweight champion, Ruadhan Farrell. 23 years old, from here in Belfast. Looks very, very good, beating his rival Gerard Hughes in their rematch. The first one was a grueling contest, but he boxed very good in that return, and I think he's grown in confidence. If this is anything to go by, I'm sure he has. Back-to-back wins over Conor Kerr. The last of the two is where he picked up the Irish title. He's always rangy. You'd have to say an aggressive counter-puncher. Big, big platform this to show the country and the world that you're ready to move on to the next level in this game. The reigning Irish Super Bantamweight champion, Ruadhan Farrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Windsor Park, Belfast, live on DAZN, it's now time for a special Super Bantamweight title attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing in association with Conlin Sports. Sponsored by Betfred, Drip, Riyadh Season, Tom Insurance, That Prize Guy, and Everlast. This bout is sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is John Williamson, MBE, and the Boxing Union of Ireland. The supervisor in charge, Martin Doran. Introducing your three judges scoring this title contest from ringside: David Irving, Eamon McGill, and Paul McCullough. And at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring, referee Paulric O'Roctagon. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled for the Irish Super Bantamweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. He fights out of the red corner. He wears red with black trim. He scaled 8 stone, 9 pounds, 7 ounces. His professional record, perfect. 5 fights, 5 victories, with one of them coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Coleraine, Northern Ireland, Matthew Bam Bam Borland. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He is a defending champion. He wears red with white. He scaled the super bantamweight limit of 8 stone, 10 pounds, bang on. Professional record, 7 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning Irish super bantamweight champion fighting out of Belfast, Ruadhan El Nino Farrell.
Well, the Irish title on the line, champion Ruadhan Farrell versus unbeaten Matthew Borland from here in Northern Ireland. Local derby promises to be a cracker.
Round 1.
As I say, looked very good in the rematch against Gerard Hughes. Farrell, but this is a good start, Connor. From Borland, who lands a heavy right hand. He looks to be hurt here, Farrell.
I think he shocked him with that. He come out very sharp, but like I say, I'm a fan of Farrell. I think he's class. I like his walkout. I think he's a good lad, and I think he's a great boxer. So I wish him all the best. But he's got a fight on his hands here.
Oh, this is an aggressive start from Borland. See Ryan Burnett, former world champion, in the corner, so he's in safe hands, Barry.
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, unified world champions. Don't forget that, Ryan Burnett. Yes, a good start from Boreland, and that's the right thing. Oh, it's a good shot again. See, take away a tall fighter's jab. That's half the battle, it really is.
There we go.
Oh, the left hook again from Boreland, just missing with the right, but back comes Farrell. Brilliant start.
Look at Boreland there, staying low, rolling underneath the punches, making it a hard target for Farrell to look for.
Like I say, he got his debut finished in the opening round. Been 4 points wins on the bounce, but this is an aggressive start to this contest for the Irish title from Boreland, who just missing with that left hook.
Farrell's got to stop punching with him, and he's just pushing on with the punches. He's just a little bit aware of what's coming back.
Chopping down with the shots, Connor, looking to work the body, Boreland.
Yeah, I think he's come out fast. He needs to be careful that he doesn't blow out down the stretch. But like I say, he's catching him, so he can keep punching.
Straight out of the blocks, Borland. This is better boxing from Farrell, trying to keep it long.
And I think they would have felt, certainly him and his team, that given the taller fighter with more experience at this level, a good start, and playing catch-up. So even if you have to go, maybe you can slow down after this first round, but just trying to get him out with rhythm early is not a bad tactic.
He missed with the left hook there, but a bit more meat in the shot from Farrell.
He's got to be faster with that jab, Farrell. Just more conviction with it.
Yeah, just pouring it out almost, isn't he, Barry? We've already seen he looks dangerous with the right hand, Borland. Better footwork from Farrell. Just screwing the shots through the middle. Is Borland.
You can hear Ryan Burnett in the corner screaming to Borland, keep moving that head. That's good from Farrell, though.
Yeah, 3 shots, but back comes Borland. Round of applause from Burnett in the corner.
He just follows the jab in with the right hand, Borland. You haven't really got to think too much about it, really.
Oh, reverse 1-2. Again, it was over the sloppy jab, wasn't it, Connor?
Yeah, he seems to be finding the right hand over the top every time. He's a taller fighter, so he's coming under him and then just winging him over the top.
A good opening round here for this Irish title that belongs to Ruadhan Farrell. Entertaining stuff, really, really sharp start from Matthew Borland. There is Ryan Burnett. But yeah, good round, Barry.
Really good, everything about that round. He was busy. He went out. He came out very early with the first 3 punches he threw. He landed with 2 of them. Lovely shots. It was a right hand over the top and a lovely left hook from Borland. But also with that, he's staying low most often as well. He's rolling underneath the punches, and every time he attacks, he dips low before he comes high. And that's taking away Farrell's confidence to throw fast. So he's throwing a punch out Farrell a lot long, but he's bringing it back too slow, and it's allowing Bowen just to really walk in and follow the punch back. It's a really, really good positive start here from the challenger.
What does Farrell need to do in this second round?
I think I know he's a tall fighter, but he needs to just dip that weight onto his back leg and just try and control the distance a bit better. I think he's getting caught by. Yeah. He's a more experienced, so I think he's just working his way in. But I think he needs to establish his jab and use his reach.
Second round here of 10 between Ruadhan Farrell, Matthew Borland. Really good opening round from Borland. Comes straight out the traps, landing big shots to head and body. And keep that head moving. Can he poke out that jab? Can he be quicker with the jab, Farrell? You feel he has to be.
But he's got to come back faster, that's all. I mean, it's coming out fast enough, I think, to land. But there's two parts to a jab, isn't there? The extension and the retraction. It's got to come back as fast as it comes out.
And that's what we see against Hughes. He was aggressive, he was sharp with the jab, he picked his shots well, and he really learnt from their first fight, which, as I say, was a terrific fight. It really was. Grueling contest.
But Borland here has got to get the mixer, not as Connor was rightly saying, not going all out and running out of steam, but also staying busy enough not to allow Farrell to get comfortable again.
Yeah, you feel the feet as well are going to be important for Borland. Very aggressive with the hands, but he needs to match those with good footwork. This is good pressure though, just pinning Farrell onto the ropes. He just moves away, escapes. Again, that reverse 1-2, leads with the right hand, finishes with the left. Good work.
Good shot back from Farrell. So good right hand and a nice little uppercut there from Farrell. Good response.
Comes up tall, doesn't he, Farrell? He's almost arc that back, get the chin down, bend the knees slightly.
He can come up tall if he does what Connor said and sits back on that back foot a little bit more.
They're just chopping down with a 1-2 there. Better work from Farrell. Leading with that right hand again. Little loose in defence there, Borland. Not moving the head as much, is he, Connor?
No, I think he's a bit uptight, and I think he's good shot there. I think Farhan will work his way into the fight because of the experience. Like I say, the experience lies with him. So I'm pretty sure he'll start picking it up, and Boreland will dip at some point.
Yeah, good pressure, just pinning Farrell onto the ropes in that neutral corner, Barry.
But he's smothering his own work, I felt, here with Boreland. Actually, I think Farrell had more success there on the ropes. So Boreland's got him where he wants to, but just a little bit too close. And Farrell using the ropes to get a bit of leverage onto some of his shots.
You've got to respect Boreland for taking this fight at 5-0. I think it's an early fight to take, but fair play to him.
Yeah, really good fight. Oh, good right hand. Seemed to stiffen the legs slightly of Farrell. But again, this is heating up nicely, this contest. Another left hook from Boreland. Fantastic stuff. Well, we see him a moment ago. The cruiserweight Pat Brown is in action this evening.
Pat Brown, not long to go now. Flourishing so far in your career. Just how excited are you to fight here in front of this Belfast crowd?
Yeah, it's showtime now, so yeah, all the waiting's over and done. That's the hard part, and now it's to get the cobwebs off and we're ready to go, rock and roll.
It's been devastating so far in your career. Do we expect another devastating performance from you tonight?
Keep your eyes peeled, maybe, or you might see an 8-round absolute war. Who knows?
Final message to the people watching at home.
Thanks very much, everyone who's come out and supported me. The people watching at home, thank you, and everyone from Belfast as well. They've given me the utmost respect walking around the city, so thank you very much.
Pat, all the best, mate.
Top man, thank you.
Yeah, Pat Brown versus Austin Nomandi. 8 rounds in the cruiserweight division up later. But we're seeing shots from that second round between Ruadhan Farrell and Matthew Borland. And this for the Irish title, heating up nicely.
I think it's been a great start here from Borland. It's been fantastic and made a really good contest. You thought Farrell would, you talk about his experience, but Borland hasn't really let him settle into the fight yet.
I think he just shocked him with that first overhand right. He just come steaming out the blocks and winged it in.
And again, like we say, a taller guy, you take away his jab, you know, his range finder, his distance keeper, if you will, and then as the shorter fighter then, that allows you so much room to get close and get your attributes into play.
This Farrell's second 10-rounder, Borland's first. So will that play a part in this contest? He has completed the 8 rounds once, Borland. 3 times, Farrell. The fans are starting to take their seats here at Windsor Park. They're making themselves heard. The atmosphere later on is going to be electric. As I say, live 7 p.m. But this, really good contest, good clash of styles.
He threw a nice little combination there, Farrell. There wasn't lots on the punches, but they're scoring punches. But then he got to move. He didn't move. He held his feet, and Borland come back.
Yeah, he's starting to find his rhythm now. I think this will just steadily pick up.
Oh. Nice left to the body there from Borland out the southpaw stance back to orthodox. And now Farrell again just keeping it long. I still feel Barry can be sharper with the shots.
Yeah,
Farrell.
He's aware that he's always there to be counted. He knows that Borland's going to throw, but and that just stems again what Connor said, that first right hand that he took in the first round. Yeah, but he has got to get that belief. You just got to keep the range when he throws, take a little step, and don't run away. Just step back with the back foot, and as Connor was saying, and everything Connor said, just lean on the back foot a little bit more. You've got the reach and the height just to evade that way. And then you can push back off the back foot then, and get some more weight in your right hand. And Borland's got to keep moving that head.
Yeah, just taking a step back, Farrell trying to allow space, just missing with the right hand, Borland. Again, a reminder to Farrell, he's got to keep sharp with that lead hand. I see more head movement from Borland.
More head movement from Borland. Farrell's got a lovely jab, he just needs to bring it back to his chin faster, because that's where he's getting caught with that, that slip backhand. So he just needs to be careful with that.
Just moving off of the ropes there, Farrell landing a 1-2 left hook, but back comes Borland. Good work, as you say, Barry, at times just smothering that work.
Oh, good shot there from Farrell. Lovely right hand, right across the body, that shot.
Yeah, he found the space somehow, didn't he? Farrell to find that right hand. Another good round. Little dance back to the blue corner from Ruadhan Farrell.
Time here, Rudy, before you take over, you're starting to tighten up, you're starting to see it, bring your calves hip ring out. Remember I told you, weather the storm and then you're going to come into it, right? Just wants to swing that back arm back in.
That's a lovely, really good technique there from Farrell, and then a little skip out. Something he hasn't done enough, I would say, in these first 3 rounds. But he's been forced to fight here by Borland. Again, another quality right hand there from Farrell. Better round for him, just beating Borland to the punch.
Yeah, he's responded well, hasn't he, Farrell? Starting to get the shots off.
Yeah, like I say, he was just warming his way into it, but his last fight he come out and he was more dominant, and like I say, I think that overhand right to start the fight was, he just shocked him a little bit and took him back, but he's starting to find his rhythm now, and yeah, he's making for a great fight.
Second set, round 4.
4th round of this 10-rounder for the Irish Super Bantamweight title that Ruadhan Farrell owns, beating Crocker in the rematch between those two. Starting to get to grips with the presence of Matthew Borland, again just missing with the right hand.
You can see the game plan from Borland there. It's just stay low, move the head and throw him over the top and try and catch him up high.
Just needs to come in lower, doesn't he, Borland? Again, that takes more energy though, coming in low. You've got to engage in those big muscles in your legs, but I think if he does that, he can spring into his combinations and also make it hard for Farrell to lead off.
What, would you like him to start low?
Yeah, to always start low. I think when you're the shorter fighter, I don't think you can get low enough. I honestly don't. It gives you a better view of the target, you're harder to hit, and you can explode into your punches.
Punching up and keeping them up, it's hard for them to reset and get themselves back base into their base.
Good work from Farrell there, but it was a nice left hook to the body that Borland threw there. He really started low, as you were calling for, Barry, and he sprang up
But he's got to. He can't. Oh, good shot there from Farrell.
Right hand.
He can't jump up and then throw the shot at the end. It's got to start from low. Otherwise, you're coming up and your attack will be hit before you let the punch go. You've wasted all that movement. It's got to be one movement from the ground up.
Yeah, both having good spells here. Good right hand from Farrell. Whoa, big looping overhand right from Borland.
Up until that point, I was going to say just better technique from Farrell, and he's getting to the target first. And then Borland went bang.
Again, just standing a little tall, straight and upright. Just missing with the right hand, left hook. Oh, the left hook from Borland just bounces off the chin of Farrell.
He eats a good shot, doesn't he, Farrell?
Yeah, he does, yeah. Proving a good chin. Better signs, getting another grip in this contest, in this fourth round, Borland.
But he's being outworked at times, but the shots he's landing with are far outweighing any of the work that Farrell's doing, you would feel.
Borland is talking to Farrell, waving him on. He wants to be close, he can land these shots to body, then head. Farrell opting to use his feet and just throwing a nice sharp one too, but there's the left hook again from Borland. He's landed a few of those, hasn't he, Connor, in this round?
Yeah, that seems to be the game plan. I think Farrell looks better when he punches in bunches in 3s and 4s. I think he does lack that knockout power, but when he throws in 3s and 4s, I think it looks good, and he offsets him.
Oh, good work there, leading with the right hand, Farrell, but back comes Borland. Another good round in the bank here at Windsor Park. Oh! That's been a great start, hasn't it, from both, Barry?
Again, I think you were going to see this sort of quality and this sort of action. It's been a real, enjoyable surprise. I think just the commitment from Borland, just to every time he throws a shot to throw everything into it, put Farrell on the back foot under pressure, negate that distance. But I do feel Farrell has starting to stay a bit more calm now. Throw as Connor said again, throw the punches in combination. I think with that he gets a bit more power in him because he gets momentum in the shots of the last shots, a bit more whip.
What do both need to do here, Connor?
I get it, but the Boreland, he's working well, dipping low, coming over the top. He could disguise it a bit more with his jab. And Farrell, obviously, he's like I said, he's doing well when he throws in punches in bunches. But he's tall, he's rangy. Get that jab off, and then you can hide your punches around the sides and up, bring him up, and so on.
Fifth round here. Can Farrell keep it long? Can he get that jab out? Can Borland get close enough to land those big overhand rights and left hooks that he's had success with? Although you have to say the chin of Farrell been impressive. They bounced off the target. A smile again from Borland, who lands a good overhand right.
That's something they're going to have to work on, even in this fight, certainly after, is that bringing that jab coming back low for Farrell.
Yeah, he seems to just come back to his chest, opposed to coming back and touching his eyebrow.
At times, bam, bam, bouncing the shots off of the target of Farrell. Looking for that jab again. You feel he could be sharper with that lead hand, Farrell.
Oh, nice shot.
Yeah, leading with the right hand there. That was good, accurate.
Nice shot. No telling that punch. Just turned the hips, didn't he? See right from the shoulder there, Farrell.
Yeah, to see sweat bouncing off the head of Borland. He looks for that right to the body.
Yeah, but you'd be happy if he's swinging shots like that, readable shots like that, for Farrell, that's fine.
It just seems fatigue is setting in for Borland, and Farrell is taking charge, like I said.
Yeah, lovely. There's a bit of swelling under the eye, the left eye of Borland, a bit of blood to the nose. He's not loading up with the shots at all, Farrell, but he's accurate.
But making him miss is important for Farrell, because when you're swinging everything into a shot and you miss, that drains your tank very, very quickly.
Yep, jumping in. Sorry, Connor, jumping in with the left hook there and walking onto a jab from Farrell.
Yeah, he just seems to be missing them overhand rights and left now more often than not. And Farrell seems to be countering them, so I think he's took note. He's sat there, the shots he's throwing, and he's took note.
He doesn't load up at all, Farrell. Just puts the shots out there. It does, at times, allow him to be countered from those big, heavy shots from Borland.
Oh, that's good there. He's feinted with the left shoulder there before he threw the right hand, Farrell.
A little wild here, Borland. just telegraphing the shots. I think that's allowing Farrell to see him coming and counter and just get through the middle of the guard of Borland.
Yeah, more than what he's been well through, but it's slowed down, hasn't it? And the feet are more on the heels than on the balls on the balls of his feet. Good shot there though.
5 fights in, he's still learning his trade. But like you say, the first title is always the best title, so he's going to come and he's going to have a go. But I just believe, like I say, the experience lies with Farrell.
A cry of come on from Borland there as he walks onto a 1-2 from Farrell. Again, lands the 2 shots and moves his feet away.
And that's all you got to do. 1-2 move, 1-2-3 move.
Whoa, good right hand there. Good exit off the ropes. But back comes Borland with 2 hooks. Brilliant fight here for the Irish title. I can see plenty of blue sky above us. And later, the pro debut of Molly McCann, the former MMA star from Liverpool. She's been calm, relaxed all week, ready to put on a big show on a big stage here at Windsor Park. She's a good addition, Barry, to the female game.
Yeah, you know, she brings over another audience with her for a start. I think she's going to be all action by the sounds of it, and she's a really good talker. You know, she understands her role. I know she's going to be accelerated because of her profile. She's going to be accelerated quite quickly in the championship contest. So I think she's up for the task. I'm really looking forward to what she can bring.
A fan of Molly McCann, Connor?
Yes, mate. Yes. So like you say, she's a great talker. She brings energy, and I've been having a little look at her, and she definitely can box. So I'm really excited for her debut.
Yeah, former ABA champion, started out as a boxer, turned to MMA. Yeah, Molly McCann first up on the live broadcast at 7 PM on DAZN. Back to this one, it's a cracking contest, and there's a lovely left hook from Bowen, and again, Ruadhan Farrell's down, 2 thunderous left hooks, and I'm looking at the corner of Borland and Ryan Burnett just saying, calm down, pick your shots, nothing silly, but those, Barry, were heavy left hooks.
Yeah, he's also said in the corner, you got him, just stay calm.
Gamely firing back from Ruadhan Farrell. Wants to keep hold of this Irish title, but this is good pressure. A very good spell from Borland, Connor.
Yes, he's just got to be careful he doesn't blow himself a gasket here. But yeah, what a lovely left hand.
And the legs still look unsteady. Farrell moves back to the centre of the ring. The game as they come, and he lands a left hook right hand, and then Borland hurt. What a fight here on the prelims for this Irish title.
And what a title means to you, whatever the title is, what it means when you're in that ring, what it means to you, what you'll do to get over the line.
Tremendous stuff here at Windsor Park.
Oh, lovely uppercut there.
Yeah, he slotted that right through the guard of Borland, did Farrell, just leaning on and pushing Farrell back on the ropes. His blood now really streaming from the nose.
And ironically, this is the best portion of the fight here for Farrell. Coming off the floor, he's done his best work since then.
The start of the second half of this contest, and it's been a cracker. And this 6th round's been brilliant. That right hand from Farrell looks to stun Borland ever so slightly, but back comes Matthew Borland, the challenger, with a left hook and follows it with a right hand over the top. What a round.
Well, I tell you what, if this round stays the same now, with Farrell landing with the better shots, and how dominant he's been, even though he's being pushed back, how do you score this?
A good right uppercut from Borland, pushing Farrell back, lands another 1-2, but it's a good pressure, just leaning in with the head. I'm sure the ref, just having a word with Borland. Oh, good 1-2, sharp with the shots there, Farrell. Back comes Borland, brilliant stuff here.
I tell you what, show them what they're made of here, aren't they? Especially Farrell.
He really needs to tighten up that guard, Farrell, though, and get them gloves back to his chin.
10 seconds to go here in this 6th round, and what a round it's been. Farrell's been down. Farrell's come firing back. Oh, and there's a big right hand from Matthew Borland at the end of this 6th round, and he is absolutely spent. Ruadhan Farrell stumbles back to his blue corner, does the champion. But that is a big, big round from Matthew Borland, Connor.
That was a really good end to the round. Good start to the round and a good end to the round. I'll be interested to see what. There we go. Whoa, what a left hook.
Again, though, he stayed nice and low.
That second one.
He stayed nice and low with the first left hook, and he didn't come up and then throw it. He came up with the shot. That's the difference. Using all those big muscles in your body to generate the power.
Will this be enough time for Farrell to recover from that?
Well, I tell you what, it was a great shot to put Farrell down, but the way Farrell come back was brilliant, and right at the end of that round, Barry, he stunned him again.
That's the truth of it is, after that first knockdown, which was fantastic from Borland there, Farrell was having the better of that round, but at the end he got caught with about 3 really heavy shots, come back to the corner and steady on his legs, and he's got to be exhausted.
Just having a look in the corner, and they seem to be waving this off. The corner of Ruadhan Farrell, they've thrown in the towel. We have a new Irish super bantamweight champion in Matthew Borland. What a victory that was, and I'm sure that must be the brother of Matthew Borland, an absolute ringer. But I tell you what, that 6th round completely turned this fight on its head right at the end, and you can see what it means for Bam Bam Matthew Borland, Barry.
Hey, to go in with the moniker Bam Bam takes a lot of bottle. With my favourite fighter, not Rodriguez, but I mean literally, he was fantastic tonight. He really was. He had to take some heavy shots off Farrell, a guy with more experience, technically a better boxing skills as well. He came out in that first round, took the fight away from him, took his confidence away from him. And when Farrell got back into it, in that last round there, the way he just got the technique right to throw that first left hook, to start the unravelling there of Farrell was fantastic. And we thought Farrell was going to come back in by putting pressure on Borland, and maybe Borland was going to get tired. Finished the round strong, 3 or 4 really heavy shots, and then obviously couldn't really quite recover properly in the corner. Wow. And the corner did the right thing. But what a win.
What a win indeed, Barry. What a way to close the prelims here at Windsor Park. We have a new Irish super bantamweight champion in Matthew Borland.
And can I just say for one last time, as Connor said, winning your first title is always the best one.
100%, mate. It means everything to you. But like I said, that's just a start. What a great performance from him there. He's got a lot to work off that. But yeah, fair play to him and congratulations to him and the team.
And I'll tell you what, a shout out there to the corner of Ruadhan Farrell. They knew how hurt their man was, and they've saved him there. Look, he is a young man, and there's plenty more to come from Ruadhan Farrell. He's only 23 years old, and he showed heart, courage, will to win. He was the champion. I'm sure he'll fight some other big shows here in Northern Ireland with the style that he has, but look at the smile on the face of Matthew Borland, the new champion.
What a prelim session this has been.
Oh, fantastic.
Unbelievable, hasn't it?
Been some real great fights.
Belfast again.
Yeah. Well, let's hand over to David and award this victory to the new champion, Matthew Borland.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Paul Rico Rockdagon calls a halt to this contest. The blue corner retires at the end of round number 6, declaring your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated, and the new Irish Super Bantamweight champion, Matty Bam Bam Borland.
Yep, Matthew Borland moves to 6-0 and has just been crowned the new Irish champion, and what a fantastic fight. An absolute cracker, dethroning Ruadhan Farrell, who's just sat receiving oxygen in that blue corner. We hope the former champion is okay. He gave it his all. He took some heavy shots in that 6th round. Showed so much heart, courage, and will to win. But that was a tremendous display from both, you have to say, but the way in which Matthew Borland has been crowned the Irish champion, very impressive. A worried look on the face of Ryan Burnett. He just goes to check on Ruadhan Farrell.
It's obviously a precautionary thing, always with the oxygen. That's the first thing they do for a fighter.
Well, let's have a look at what's coming your way at 7 p.m. on the zone. Molly McCann, the debut as we've spoken about. Pat Brown against Austin Numandi. Tyrone McKenna, Dylan Moran in a rematch. He was epic, the first encounter. And then your chief support, Ishmael David versus Kevin Ajarko. And then the big one for the IBF World Welterweight Championship, Lewis Crocker versus Paddy Donovan. Intriguing show. I mean, look, forget the main event, which is an absolute cracker. What's your pick on the undercard, Connor?
Kieran Ajarko and Ishmael Davis. Like I say, I'm friends with Ishmael. I'm an Ishmael supporter, so I'm a fan of him. I think he can definitely do it, but he's got a big task on his hands. And obviously, my teammate Pat Brown, he's looking amazing in the gym, and yeah, I'm expecting a massive performance from him as well.
Barry, what's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Pat Brown fight. I think it's the right step up for him because he is a talent. It really is. But it's a really hard scrap for him potentially, and the way he fights and the commitment that he shows, he wants to get you out of there. No, I think he's arguably one of the most exciting fights you have in the UK, and this is going to be a tear-up tonight.
Oh, what a card, and what a fight, and what an addition he has been, Pat Brown, to the cruiserweight division. But let's hand back to Jamie Ward, who's with the new Irish champion, Matthew Borland.
Oh, Matthew, congratulations. The new Irish super bantamweight champion certainly did the belt proud tonight. Saw what it meant to you at the end there. Put it in your own words. What does this moment mean to you?
It's unbelievable. 2 or 3 years ago, I was working on a building site, packed all in and came home and turned pro, and I teamed up with Ryan, and I've just completely changed my life, and I'm absolutely buzzing.
Started really fast from the opening bell. We just caught Ruadhan Farrell a few times throughout the contest, just standing tall. Was that something you and Ryan Burnett had worked on in the gym?
Yeah, me and Ryan had a plan the whole time with code names with our punches. We knew if we started fast, we were going to, the heavy hands would have landed. And I can't thank Ryan enough for everything he's done for me. He's completely changed me as a fighter, and if it wasn't for Ryan, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Just talk us through that 6th round. Put him down with a fantastic left hand, and he rallied back, it's safe to say, before you found the finish, of course, at the end of the round. Just talk us through what was going through your mind in that 3 minutes.
The plan was, me and Ryan worked on, was to not go looking for it, and it would have come. And like, everything I done there was Ryan. Ryan told me what to do, everything. We had codes, we had plan, we had a game plan. We knew if we started fast, we didn't have to go looking for it. I have really heavy hands, and before I joined me Ryan, I wasn't looking for it too much, and I'm not looking for it, and it just comes naturally, and the game plan went to perfection.
A lot said in the build-up between the pair of you, but that's competition. And a word on respect for Ruadhan Farrell after a battle like that.
Me and Rudy actually got on really, really well. Obviously, when that fight got on, it looked like bad blood, but it's all business, do you know what I mean? I've absolutely nothing. I'll go now and have a pint with Rudy after, and we'll text away each other, like no bad blood at all, but we sold the fight really well, and I think everybody in here can agree we really did put on a good show there.
Let's see if we can bring in the main man, Mr. Ryan Burnett, former Unified World Bantamweight Champion. Ryan, what a moment. I mean, Matthew just told you what it means to him, and he says without you he wouldn't be here. What does it mean to you?
As a coach, this is also the first title for myself, so it's a massive moment, but all credit to Matty. It was a tough, hard fight. Ruadhan is fantastic. He's game. He really made Matty work for every moment of that fight, but there was some really rough moments there for Matty, but he came through it, and he's a very young pro. He can only learn and keep pushing on from here.
What was going through your mind in that 6th round? Because we saw after the knockdown you were saying just keep calm, and I mean it all went chaotic after that moment.
Yeah, I mean in these type of fights it can't quickly go out the window. I was just shouting into the fighter, keep calm, and the thing is, he has such heavy hands, he doesn't need to go looking for it, and when he did come calm, he'd end up finding the shot.
Great stuff, Ryan. And for you, Matthew, final word, your first title as a professional, onwards and upwards. What's the plan next?
I don't know, just see what happens. I just want to say a big massive thanks to Eddie Hearn for giving me the opportunity, and Jimmy Conlon and my manager Ian Goggin for giving me this opportunity. And next time you're back, give me a shout and I'll fight anyone.
Great stuff, Matthew. And the new, congratulations, and Ryan, congratulations to you as well. I'll tell you for free, Eddie Hearn certainly enjoyed that one from ringside. Back to you guys.
And so did we. That was a cracker for the Irish title. What a segment that was on prelims. But make sure you tune in live 7 p.m. on the zone for what is a stacked card with your main event, Lewis Crocker, Paddy Donovan, this time for the IBF welterweight world title. We'll see you on the other side.
Disqualified! here.
We need to see again.
Jaron Ennis vacates the title, and all of a sudden the world's aligned.
It's a lot bigger than the last time.
The first ever All-Irish World Championship fight.
Did I feel like a victory that night? Absolutely not. Didn't feel like a loss either.
You can't outfight me, you can't outbox me.
I heard the bell.
Clearly a punch thrown after the bell.
You were looking for a way out the first time. There was nowhere to hide this time.
This is Belfast. This is my city.
What's happening, Belfast? Guess who's back?
This fight will change their life forever.
It has everything.
Give me goosebumps even thinking about it.
It's what dreams is made of.
When me and him are in there, there'll be no love whatsoever.
This is my time, this is my opportunity to become the champion of the world.
This is one of the most important nights in Irish boxing history.
Yep. There's something very special about a big fight night here in Belfast, and this one has the makings of an absolute classic. Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan get it on again just a few months after their first fight ended in controversy. This time round, more history, more gold, but still penty. No, that's penty. All right, here we go. There's something very special about a big fight night here in Belfast, and this one has the makings of an absolute classic. Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan get it on again just a few months after their first fight ended in controversy. But this time round, more history, more gold, but still plenty of bad blood.
This is the moment the world has been waiting for. The judges are ready, the fighters are ready, the boxing world is ready. The fight starts now!
How do you like it? On the shot.
impressive, so focused.
It all comes down to this.
Fight night, only on DAZN. There's something very special about a big fight night here in Belfast, and this one has the makings of an absolute classic. Lewis Crocker and Paddy Donovan get it on again just a few months after their first fight ended in controversy. But this time round, more history, more gold, but still plenty of bad blood.
Disqualifying! Controversy here.
We need to see it again.
Jaron Ennis vacates the title, and all of a sudden the worlds align.
It's a lot bigger than the last time.
The first ever All-Irish World Championship fight.
Did I feel like a victory that night? Absolutely not. Didn't feel like a loss either.
You can't outfight me, you can't outbox me.
I heard the bell.
Clearly a punch thrown after the bell.
You were looking for a way out first time. There's nowhere to hide this time.
This is Belfast. This is my city.
What's happening, Belfast? Guess who's back?
This fight will change their life forever.
It has everything.
Give me goosebumps even thinking about it.
It's what dreams is made of.
When me and him are in there, there'll be no love whatsoever.
This is my time, this is my opportunity to become the champion of the world.
This is one of the most important nights in Irish boxing history.
Very much for that, Addy. Appreciate it.
Good, yes.
Jefferson Wooden has literally set the track on fire. I don't know about you, but I need to figure out what is in